So it's Easter weekend. Yesterday was Friday, I guess Good Friday. And I was at the park and somebody reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, I had a question for you." And I was like, "Okay." They're like, "Anyway, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm at the park." And they were like, "Must be nice." And they didn't mean it like must be nice, saying like this person is very sweet and they wouldn't say anything like that, but they were just like must be nice. And yeah, it must be nice because with my joy route I have carved out the life I want. My humble lifestyle is the life I want. I want to choose who I want to work around. I've worked around some very messy people. I've worked around some very negative people. I don't want to work in an office setting. I was a research associate. I don't want to work there with people I don't like, or don't. We aren't equally yoked. Where they're always putting out negative energy, talking about people, talking about politics, talking about things that upset the energy. So part of my joy route is carving out the life I want. So on a Friday afternoon, if I want to be at a park, I can be at a park. I work for I work remotely. And I set my schedule of how I want to work. I sell my products according to how much or how little I want to work. I remember like some neighbors I had, and these neighbors, and I just did not. Every time I would go home, I would like take out my phone and pretend like I was talking on the phone because like I didn't want to be bothered. And sometimes I just would say if they saw me, I just would, I'm always polite. I would be polite. But then I just would be like, hey, I need to get in there and get to work or something like that. Because when you carve out, when you design a life you want, even if it's a humble lifestyle, those are some of the choices you get to make. You get to work around people you want to work around. You get to live, albeit in a van, around people you want to work around. And if your neighbor is doing something that's not agreeable to you, you drive off. So what I give up, and guess you could say comfort, I get back in freedom, and I love having my freedom. I love being able to go to the park on a Friday afternoon when everybody else will probably be flocking to the parks Saturday today or Sunday. Tomorrow, Easter, after whatever they do, they'll be flocking to the park, and I don't want to be at a park. I don't want to be at a crowded park. I like being at parks that are populated, but not just like overly crowded. And so that's what happens when you decide you carve out the life you want. And so becoming a houseless and zip codeless nomad, I dance to the beat of my own drum, and I don't surround myself with people. I don't want to be around people who the energy is off, right? Your energy is off. You're always just like talking about people. Girl, did you see what this person did? Or did you see this? And I say like this, Joy Route is like 80% positive and 20% you can't get it, because I do remember how to give it to you, but I don't want to be like that. I want to be in this kind of spirit that I want to be in. So having said that, I know for me, I've worked as a research associate, worked over a decade, and I know like the office politics. Even though the company I was at, they didn't play that, but I know the office politics and how you have to be around people, coworkers who are nasty, who bring their problems into work, or who want to talk about everybody, just always talking about people. Like that ain't my stilo, and if it's yours, that's fine. I'm not a big, how like a lot of these stuff hits the news, like, oh, did you hear what happened to this? Did you hear what happened to this guy? They raided his home, they did that. And sometimes I get off into that, but not a lot, because I have so many things I want to do in my life. I want to make a difference in children's lives. I want to make a difference in women's lives, and so many things I'm doing and want to continue to do. And if I allowed that negative energy into my spirit, I wouldn't be able to do those things. So what I try to do, not try to do, what I do is I surround myself. I choose my neighbors. I choose my work as a freelance writer. Sometimes I've had, and this has been years ago, I had like clients who were just so nitpicky and just drove me crazy. So I would do their work. I would complete the project. And when they would come back to me for like another project, I would say, no, I'm booked. you know, because they weren't the kind of people I wanted to do a project for. It was too stressful to me. So that's one of the things I want to leave y'all about the joy route. The joy route is really about setting what you want. You may not want to live in a van, and I get that. I'm about to get another vehicle. I'm saving up for it. It's coming. It's coming. But I want to be in control of my life. I am in control of my life. I'm in control of the people I work with. I'm in control of the people I talk to, I see. I'm in control of my neighbors. I would be so driven, so crazy if I wasn't in control of those things. But anyway, what y'all got planned? I wanted to make a video because I haven't made any videos. It's Easter weekend. These eggs here. So I haven't shared this, but I have started tutoring. If some of y'all may remember, if y'all go back on the channel, had a tragedy in our family and the kids that were left behind, I've started tutoring them. So these eggs, we actually had a Easter egg hunt. This was last weekend because they were out of town. They are out of town this weekend. And what I did, I put words in the eggs. And so when they would open it up, they would have a word. They had to, so they went out and they gathered all their eggs or whatever. When they came back to me, they opened the eggs up and they would read the word that was inside the egg. And then some of the words would even spell out sentences. So as they did that, everybody was winners. I was like, only some of y'all are going to win, but really everybody was winners because we all winning in my family. We winners. And so I gave them prizes and stuff. So it was just a cool word game. Now I have all these eggs. I have a lot of eggs and I'm like, I don't have nothing to do with them because my babies, my kids, they're out of town. So what I think I'm going to do is I sanitize the eggs that some of them I just threw away because it wasn't even no sense of trying to keep them. But some of them were still in good shape. So I took a Clorox wipe and I wiped out all the eggs and I sprayed off the basket and everything. And so what I'm going to do is they're neighbors. So I'm at my cousin's house. I call this my winter room. And so we have neighbors and neighbors have kids. And so what I think I'm going to do, because I know some of their parents, I am going to fill these with candies and something. I don't know, maybe even some coins. Maybe every other egg might even get $1 or something like that. And I'm going to put them out because I don't want to waste the eggs. But anyway, how's everybody going? It's my season, y'all. Season to travel. Start making more videos. I have been talking to my friend, my sister, my friend, that Boondocking Diva, and we were going to start because April is video every day in April, but she's got some personal stuff she's dealing with, so we might have to. I think she said we were going to push it off in April, May, and May. But I'm thinking, I don't know if I can pull it off because I don't want to say that I can, but I might start making videos every day in April just to let y'all know Joy Route is back. I'm back. Well, anyway, tell me what you're doing this weekend. How are you doing? Thank y'all so much thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you to the A1 subscribers. And I always say this, but I'm going to say it again. Life is short. It's truly short. And we don't believe that because we just don't believe stuff. But if we really believe that life was short, we would do things differently. And so my way of doing something differently is taking a joy route, and that's living mostly full time in a van as a solo female traveler, a houseless zip code nomad. And whatever your joy route is, it just means live your best life. For me, 1 mile, 1 minute, 1 cup of light roast black coffee at a time. But tell me in the comments, how are you living your best life? Talk soon.